No, mira. De Las Vegas, like
Las Vegas.
Ahora imagínate un equipo.
Brothers, permíteme, por favor.
Bro.
Look,
¿Quieres?
the last time that we talked, I asked you, no. I told you that I wanted to know when you were going to give us a rematch. So when is it going to be?
Wait. We have an answer for you.
Good?
¿Sí? ¿La quieres?
Sí, la quiero.
Pues aquí está tu respuesta, mira. ¡Cero!
Estás loco, cabrón. Estás loco. ¿Qué les pasa? I can guarantee you're going to pay a heavy price for doing that, Pentagon. You too, Phoenix.
What the hell is going on around here? Now get up and fight me, you bald son of a...
Yo, right now you listening to the cart, charisma, athleticism, and raw talent. And what you're really listening to is total non-stop impact. Don't you dare miss a lesson. Oh yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the Impact Lounge. This is Trent, along with no co-host today. Kyle is not here, guys. One of those weeks, I gotta say, it's been one of those weeks where scheduling was a bitch, and we could not get together. Timing just wasn't in our favor, but it was a matter of get it up late and do it solo, or not get it up at all. That's what she said. So, look, I decided... We got to get this up. We got you guys listening to us every week. We weren't going to let you down. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to do it solo. Kyle said, go ahead. We'll do it. And we'll make up for it next week with both of us. But, you know, it was a little late notice. Couldn't get anybody on to join me either. So solo pod it is, guys. It's hopefully you enjoy hanging out with me a little bit. I'm going to go through the March 15th episode of Impact Wrestling from Sam's Town Casino in Las Vegas. Kind of break that down a little bit, give some analysis. I won't keep you too long. I know it's, like I said, it's late. Impact's going to be on tomorrow. And like I said, we're getting this up pretty late. So I wanted to make sure at least we're consistent, you know what I mean, guys? So because I appreciate how much you guys listen to us. You're always there for us listening. And quite frankly, you expect it, as you should. You should be expecting this of us, and we should be doing better. So Kyle and I are working on a better schedule for you guys, making sure that this is... this never happens again. You know, I was pretty pissed off about, myself. I'm not, me and Kyle really. I mean, we should not have been this late. But guys, nevertheless, I'm here. We're going to go through it. But first, as always, YouTube comments. So here we go. All right, I'm going to pick a few, guys. Here we go. Let's see. Hakeem Fullerton. He says, I don't know how Madison Rayne will return to Impact on screen, but my best guess would include a segment where Rosemary uses magic to bring back those who were lost during this feud, including Madison and Babyface Alley. If that happens, I imagine she resumes her feud with Tessa to a match at Rebellion, which Tessa wins, and then we see Tessa versus Gal at Slammiversary. Totally aligned with that. I think that makes the most sense. Tessa losing to Madison last year at Slammiversary, one of the biggest tragedies of that booking, of what was a perfect card, and I still doesn't sit well with me. I don't know why that was done. No idea. I don't know if it was just a send-off to a veteran type of thing. Not happy with it. Wasn't digging it. But could she get her redemption this year? Let's see. We'll find out. Hakeem, thank you for that. HSG Sabu says, DJZ signed to WWE. How long do you think it'll take for him to get injured? The sad thing is, and, hey, look, DJ's a really good friend of mine, so I'm not going to dog him. The sad thing is he has had a lot of injuries. He's been very injury-prone, unfortunately. I only hope that he stays healthy because he, like I say, he's a good buddy of mine. I'm going to miss him. He's an AEW guy. He lives in Chicago. He's a great dude, and I really, truly am going to miss the guy. And I hope they use him right, and I hope he stays healthy, for his own sake. It's the best. It's best for him. I'm glad that when Impact wasn't doing anything with him, he was able to find an opportunity. So good for him. Hakeem Fullerton again said, also with another comment about OVW, about the partnership. I want to address that because a couple people asked about that. I think it's great. Every major company needs a feeder system or somebody that they could use as a partner, as a direct partner. Impact's partnering with a lot of people, but a direct partner where you can send talent to brush up. You can send them to pop houses on a small scale, kind of work directly, get first crack at new talent. Fantastic. I'm glad Al Snow's at the helm of OVW now. I think it's a great thing. It's going to be a really good opportunity for both companies, I think. So going forward, it's going to really benefit everybody. Michael Cordiero, newcomer, I think. I don't remember seeing you. Either you haven't commented in a while, Michael. So he says, I don't understand the Eli Drake situation either, guys. He can talk. He's good in the ring and is in a storyline that evolves entirely around Eddie Edwards. My only theory is that Eli might be a jerk behind the scenes. Hopefully they can sit down, have a talk, work things out. I think if Impact is going to grow in popularity, it needs a guy that has charisma like Eli in a prominent role. No more bad Johnny Impact promos and vignettes. I totally agree. I've been screaming this for years. Eli Drake is the quintessential top guy for any company to have. I don't know why he's not. I don't think he's a jerk. I don't know. I mean, I've met the guy a few times. He's awesome. He's a super cool guy. He's really, really cool. I don't know. Business wise, who knows? Maybe he's got his own reasons. I don't know. But I think he's a good dude. I hope he stays, man. If he doesn't, I can't blame him. They're not doing anything with him, so it's like, I don't know. It's a bummer. It's really a bummer. I always go back to him and EC3. They should have been the Rock and Austin of this generation. They really should have. They really could have if given the opportunity. So it's a missed opportunity with them. Whoopsie, the man, whoopsie. I should have had you on here, another Long Islander to replace a Long Islander. He said, I watched this week's episode on GWN, only $7.99 a month, by the way, the price of a fast food meal. Skip that meal and watch Impact while losing weight. Whoopsie with the great diet tips. Who the hell needs Weight Watchers when you got Whoopsie? Whoopsie, you might be onto something here. Great things from this set of tapings so far. Dacey's getting heat. Disco Inferno making the episode at least 3 times better. And the Rascalz roasting Moose. Only bad thing is Ethan Page always losing. What the F? I agree, man. I was saying this the other day, last week's episode, I think they got Ethan in like a holding pattern. I think he's like, he's just, I don't know what it is. He's always losing. He's kind of like the guy used to the other guys over right now, but he's so good at doing it. He's like an excellent bass, like a baseline guy. My prediction was they're saving him for Josh Alexander. They were former tag team partners as Monster Mafia. They got a lot of history. They're best friends. I think maybe once Josh is there, maybe something happens with Ethan. That's my only prediction, man. I hope so. Let's see what else we got here. Lee Polton says, Hi Impact Lounge, good show this week. Ace Austin's debut was good, and the Dark War was good. Keep it up as well. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate that. Ace Austin, you know what? I love Ace Austin. I think the debut could have been a little better. I think it was. I don't think he had the right opponent. That's my only thing. I think if he was given a little more challenging opponent or let his opponent do a little more, we could have seen more out of Ace. But first match, man, it wasn't bad, but that wasn't what he's all capable of. So let's keep watching. I'm pretty sure he's going to show you more. Dark War was cool. I like the darkened arena. That was awesome. So, all right, next one here. J-Rock Freak, welcome back, man. It's been a while. He says, I don't really mind Eli in the current position he's in, and I'm expecting him and Eddie to get the titles. I get he should be in the title picture, but I think that's coming soon. And would really be awesome if he reviewed Twitch shows. Thanks, man. I really want to do the Twitch shows. And let me one more piece of feedback I want from you guys. Would you be interested if I just went back and did old ones and just put them on the channel? I'd like to get those up, man. There's some I have to watch still. And why the hell not, right? If I just do a bunch and maybe I get some people with me, do them solo, would you guys be cool if I did old ones and just put them up just to maybe help promote those? You guys can go back and watch them. If I hype up that I'm doing them, you guys can watch them beforehand and join me in the convo. Let me know if you guys want me to do that, because I know it might be hard for me and Kyle to do it, but maybe I can schedule it up with one of you guys, somebody here, one of my AW boys. Somebody can do it with me, so it'd be fun, man. I love talking Impact, so any excuse I got, right? So let's see. Mir Neeson, bathroom break should happen every week. 305 Miami, Florida represented. Thanks, Mir. Yeah, I think the bathroom break should. Gave me a lot of time to plug everything, but Awesome about Miami. I've never been to Miami. I'd love to get over there. I've been to Florida a bunch of times, but never Miami. So hopefully soon. What else we got here? Well, what else? Okay, here we go. Carter Inc. That sounds like a new commenter. Eli has some of the best mic skills in the industry, period, and he's one of Impact's best homegrown stars. Really hope they lock him into a new long-term deal and give him the push he deserves. Crazy if they don't. We sensing a pattern here, guys? You guys all like Eli, as do I. What in the hell is Impact not seeing here, man? I really hope we get something out of this. We're waiting very patiently for the Eli thing to work out. Doctrine of Mayhem says, the Dark War was great. I think Sammy's going to challenge Swan at Rebellion, maybe even earlier, and win the title. He's got the title shot this week. I could see it happening. I could totally see the title shot happening. Now, I inevitably see Sammy winning the belt at some point. Maybe Rebellion would be good. I think it should happen at Rebellion. It would make more sense. It's Lewis CX says, I'm new. I love your videos, by the way. Guys, you guys should invite me to do a video one day. I'm down. Sounds good, dude. We'll keep you in mind. Absolutely. I want to bring more people in, more fans in, guys. What's a good way to get the word to you guys about, when we're going to be going live or when are we going to record and stuff? We record late nights. Is anybody a late night person? I'm talking like late night. Let us know, man. We'll try to work something out. I'd like to do some shows with you guys. Everybody's cool. As long as you got Skype, we can do it. So, let's see here. What else we got? Chris Steele Show says we need Bobo Club t-shirts. I think that's inevitable. We got to do it. Come on. Somebody make one. We're going to get a pro wrestling t-shirt store and do this, man. This guy with the ideas, man. Worst case scenario for Eli Drake, he straight up leaves Impact after Rebellion. Best case scenario, Eli somehow becomes Johnny's challenger at Rebellion, and he says that if he doesn't become world champion, then he's leaving Impact Wrestling. A little like a repeat of Bound for Glory 2017, except with a heel Johnny and a face Drake. All for it. Do it. I'm down. Distiller85 says, very awesome, funny show this week, guys. BQ should give you both a pay raise. It's amazing how Impact has totally transformed its roster over the past year, and has always had the most talented roster in wrestling since the early TNA days. Absolutely. I agree with that. And yes, to the pay raise. Somebody tell BQ to pay us. Period. What else we got here? What else? We got Vince Burst says he would love the Twitch reviews as well. Thank you, Vince. I will definitely, as I mentioned earlier, we will do that. Jamal Francis says, I'll never understand why they never did Eli versus EC3 for the title. This is why Impact frustrates me. They push their homegrown stars. They push down their homegrown stars and push newcomers to the moon. It hurts. I love Eli Drake. 100% agree with you. I never got it. Those two were gold, and now we lost EC3, man. It's a sad story. Sad story. What else we got here? And James St. Patrick says, great show as always. You guys covered a lot of topics. Kyle, what was the tweet that got retweeted by Killer Smoke Show? That was he made a side-by-side of Scarlet and the Queen of Dragons from Game of Thrones. It's pretty cool. Take a look at the We Talk Impact on Twitter. Type it at We Talk Impact and on Instagram. So, Kyle, they let scumbags into gentlemen's clubs. I guess gentlemen's clubs is where both male and female scumbags like to mingle while trading bodily fluids. International Scumbag Day. That's all for you, Kyle. You scumbag. My 3 quick hitters for the week. We probably saw Rey Mysterio's son backstage because Impact just hired Lance Storm as a producer, and Lance trains Dominic. Number 2, since Drake is no longer going to be at United We Stand, we may have seen the last of Eli. I read that he has 60 days left on his contract. Number 3, Kyle has to drop the Browns at the Super Bowl in the middle of the podcast. Was priceless. Great job, Trent, covering for Kyle on the podcast while he had the runs. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. Was that Dominic? Can we clear that up? I've heard conflicting reports that it was and wasn't. It makes sense if it was. Somebody tell me. What else we got here? Let's see. Eric DeHoff says, it's great that Johnny is finally turning heel. I liked his heel work in Lucha Underground. It'd also be a great idea to turn Taya heel. Impact should bring in PJ Black and Jack Evans to reform the worldwide underground with Johnny and Taya. As we're going to talk about on this episode, they did turn heel. So definitely, Eric, it's going that way even more, man. Chris Steele's Show, you have not made the 2 mentions in 2 weeks in a row, but luckily for you, controversy creates cash. That being said, Your comment says, that being said, Basil wasn't bad. I like having that extra opinion. You got heat with some listeners, I guess, Team Kyle listeners. But there you go, Chris. You're on the show again. McGedro, love this podcast. Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to close it out with. Oh, I got two I'm going to close it out with. One's really putting me over, so I'm going to close that one at the end. Critical Sting, top 5 TV taping venues of 2018. Front in Mexico. Language barrier brought it down a few notches for him, fortunately. Number 4, Sam's Town in Vegas. Good size and Vegas-themed graphics are great. Number 3, Mellows Ballroom in New York City. Great crowd and energy granted for the smaller size. Number 2, Rebel Complex. Great aesthetics for TV and good crowd. Number 1, St. Clair College in Windsor. My bias is because it was the first set of tapings in 2018 outside of Orlando. Dead Zone, which is where the Impact Wrestling and This Is Impact chants began. Let's see here. Universal Orlando is just a mention. The venue itself isn't bad, but the atmosphere, excluding the Redemption pay-per-view, barely reacted to anything and made great matches feel average because only the front rows had investment. I agree. The only thing we disagreed on when I commented back to you was I would have put Rebel as number 1. But St. Clair's cool because, guys, I'm going to St. Clair College this weekend for the tapings. I'm driving up, and I'm going to be at the St. Clair College tapings this weekend. So if any of you guys are going to be there as well, let me know. Let's connect. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to close it out with a one putting me over here. And let's see here. Oh, actually, maybe one more. Guys, I'm sorry. These good comments. You guys really went all out, man. What else we got? What else? Oh, you know what? 2 more. Joseph Brentar honored the love that my comment got. Kyle, I will legit buy you a laptop for the years of dedication you've given us. Joseph, are you serious? Because, that's amazing if you're going to buy Kyle a laptop because, I also need a laptop, too. I'm just saying, brother. If you're feeling generous, we can get laptops for everybody here. But 100% yes to doing extra reviews of Explosion, Twitch specials, and one night only. Thank you. I think this is it. You guys have really voted on this. I really want to do it. I'm going to say get my ass in gear and start recording these damn things. So my time is limited. I'm a very busy guy. As you know, I plug a ton of shit at the end of these shows. I'm super busy, but I can definitely find time for the sake of this podcast. I love creating content, so I want to get that out there for sure. So let's do that. And let's see here. And you're from jolly old England. Another one from England, man. We got a lot of listeners in the UK, dude. I'm so psyched about it. I see the stats, and there's so many of you guys in the UK. I love it. Love it. All right. And Jamie Wisner and Eric DeHoff had the same comment. They said, Trent is a draw and Kyle is the mini draw. You guys both had the same comment. I love it. Thank you very much. I'm closing it out with that. So, guys, thank you. Great interaction. Great comments. That was super, super cool. Please keep them coming. If you're new, if you're a listener and you don't comment, please comment. Just say what's up. You can even just say hi. You can even just comment with, Trent, this is my comment because you said to comment. And I'll appreciate that very much. It makes a guy doing a solo podcast feel special. But all right, guys, we're going to talk about the March 15th, 2019 episode of Impact Wrestling. I watched it on Twitch. It also airs on Pursuit Network, as people know. I'm a Twitch guy. I watched it on Twitch. I had a shitty day at work that day. I missed out on going to Warrior Wrestling. I'm going to mention that in a second. Warrior Wrestling was taking place. It was basically a mini Impact show. A ton of Impact talents were on Warrior Wrestling 4 here in Chicago. Bunch of friends of mine. I'm really bummed. Work was crazy. I got out super late because of some bullshit. Seriously, it was a lousy day. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go home, make dinner, and watch Impact because I'm pissed that work made me miss that show and seeing a bunch of friends. But anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about this episode. We opened up from Sam's Town Casino. Real quick fact about that show. From what I was told, I forgot who mentioned it online, and I totally forgot who said this online. But the show was taking place, it was airing on Friday, March 15th from Sam's Town Casino. But at the same time, while that show was airing from a tape show, live, ROH was doing a pay-per-view from Sam's Town Casino at the very same time. And then at the same time, Brian Cage was airing in a taped main event on Impact. He was main eventing Warrior Wrestling, or semi-main eventing Warrior Wrestling against the Rascalz here in Chicago. So crazy, trippy shit, right? Kind of nuts. Sam's Town, turning into a real good wrestling venue. We opened up, guys, 6-man tag. It was Tommy, Rich Swann, Willie Mack taking on OVE, Crowd was super into it. Tommy's a sick bastard. The spit spot was ridiculous. Sami Callihan spit on him. Tommy wiped it and put it into his own mouth. Tommy Dreamer, sick bastard. OVE won that match. Huge. They needed the win. It was a good match, actually. I love that Willie is super athletic for his size. Rich Swann, as we know, is amazing. OVE just takes bumps. They're great. They're great storytellers. And, Tommy definitely is your veteran. So it was a good match. I really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun doing that match or watching that match. Quick fact to it, if you watched it on Twitch, you saw Melissa Santos during the break broadcasting from what she called a undisclosed location. I'm here to tell you guys, break the news. She was at Warrior Wrestling with her fiance Brian Cage, and she was on the show. She was like a ring announcer for the night, but in between matches and breaks, she was broadcasting the Twitch breaks. I think she did all but like one or two, and that's where they kicked it to Don. She must have been doing something at the show. But I'm here to tell you, that's where she was, man. It was pretty. I call that real dedication. Good for her. OVE takes the win. This is needed, man. Sami Callihan going for the X Division title. You needed to have OVE win. They could not lose this match. It would have looked horrible if, even if Sami didn't get pinned, it would not have been good for OVE to lose this match. So good for them. It's keep Sami strong, going for the X Division title this coming week. We go from that, guys, to Johnny and Cage in the back. Cage asks Johnny if he's ready. Johnny says yeah. So main event later on in the evening. We got a homecoming match rundown. I took some notes here about homecoming. I don't know what. I think they. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. They talked about how this is the rematch from homecoming. So they really went heavy on the stats, and they talked about the facts of that match and everything. So being that it's the homecoming rematch, there's a lot to kind of like readdress and refresh our memories about. So that was cool. Good. If you didn't see homecoming, it was a good way for you to kind of get caught up on what happened. We go from that, guys, to the Rascalz smoke room, and this was hilarious because Moose is in there. But first, before they show Moose, they show these guys talking about why they lost the Lucha Bros. And Desmond's like, you know why we lost? Because we didn't wear the masks. And they're all tripping out. Then Moose pops up. He's like, where's the smoke coming from? Dude, Moose was hilarious. Moose was so funny. And he was doing that thing. He's like, remember that time you were making fun of that guy for talking to that girl? And they're all high and just, oh my God, dude, he was such a dork and blah, 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 And I think Zach called Moose a chocolate-covered strawberry because he had the pink suit on or whatever. And and he's like, you remember that guy? And then he's like, yeah, that guy was me. And then he just starts choking Trey. This is so sitcom-y and Looney Tunes. It's hilarious. He chokes Trey, and it's just goofy. I mean, I love this stuff, man. I would love if they made a compilation of all the Rascalz smoke segments. It's just funny. It shows dimensions of characters, which they're not just spot guys in the ring. These guys have characters. They have personalities. Moose, too. I think that's funny. We go from that, guys. Glenn Gilberti, Disco Inferno, taking on Kikutaro, the famous Japanese Kikutaro from Pro Wrestling Noah. He looks fantastic. He looks really, really, really good. And I think this guy, he's 54, I think, or 55. He looks fantastic for his age. And, it's an exhibition thing type, kind of to get him ready, hype up this match against Scarlett coming up in a few weeks. And Disco gets on the mic, and he goes, isn't this guy the New Japan Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion? About Kikutaro. And I laughed, man. It was so funny. He's like, is this guy a New Japan champion? It was just so funny. Typical Disco. Total blast. He can still go. Disco can still go, believe it or not. If you guys want to believe that, Disco Inferno can still do the thing, man. He's a very talented guy, and he stays in great shape. He's a huge keto guy, from what I understand, too. So his finisher is the Village People's Elbow. Or one of the finishers. I love that name for it too. But he takes the win over Kikutaro. Hyping up Disco, man. He's got heat. He knows how to get heat. It was fun. We go to the back, and Rolando Menendez. He is back there, the investigative reporter, and he's pushing. He's he's pushing he's with Taya Valkyrie, and he's pushing her upcoming to defense. And she doesn't care. She's worried about Johnny, but he's pushy. He's, I think Kyle Brady brought this up. He is basically a shot at all the dirt sheet reporters, and I think that's great because dirt sheet reporters suck. So that's good. I'm glad he told me he's taking a shot at him, castrate him, damn lying reporters. So it's good. We go to KM and Falaba taking on the Reno Scum. It was a fast match. I don't think they got enough time to do much. It was really kind of just done quick. Fala and Cam get the win. Fala, I think, is selling a knee injury in this one. The thing is, where do you go with this? If Reno Scum is, in fact, only at these tapings, then yeah, this makes sense. Might as well do a rubber match, or one more match to close it out. But if that's it, that's it. You know what I mean? Not much to report there. From what I understand, KM has gone to a per appearance deal now. So I'm sure he'll keep working the tapings. I'll be in Windsor this weekend. I'll let you guys know if he's there, man. We'll see. Conan is in the back with the Lucha Brothers, and he's saying, "What's the date? I want the date." You guys told me you'd have one for me next time we saw each other. And they mock him. And Pentagon just says, "Yeah, I got a date for you." Basically, it's Cero Miedo. And he just, puts in his face. And Conan's like, "What, are you crazy?" And that's it. He's pissed. They go after that. He hits LAX's locker room. And they talk about, the match against Lucha Brothers. Since they disrespected Conan, they need to get that match back. So we're going to get one more out of this. I have seen this match a million times. The thing is, there's nothing wrong with it. They're obviously all really good at what they do together. But at some point, we're going to have to see where this goes, man, and shift. Because there's more teams, at the helm here. So let's see what happens. We go from that, guys, to Tessa Blanchard and Jordynne Grace. This was a damn good match. They're pushing both. Both are highly, highly over. Jordan has needed a big match like this. Tessa's your top dog. This is for the number one contendership. Jordan wins the match. She's number one contender against Taya against all odds coming up in, I think, next week. And it's a big win for Jordan. Tessa in defeat never looks weak. She's so strong as a character that she can job out for a month and not look weak. She's fantastic at what she does and pulling it off. So good for Tessa on that. Jordan this is great to elevate Jordan, and she's looking great lately, man. I gotta say, she's one of those people who gets the TV. And she was like, "Man, I'm gonna really up my game here." So I really appreciate that about Jordynne Grace. She really has improved her look a lot. I shouldn't say improved; that's a bad word, but she's really really turned it up a notch. And I think she's very TV. She has a great TV look now, which is cool. So good for Jordan. We'll see what happens, but Tessa has a meltdown. And she starts attacking the bell ringer. She goes nuts. And Gail Kim runs out and stops her, and then they brawl. So that's still on the horizon. That's the thing. It's like, I'm wondering, have they tied up Jordan with Taya so now Gail and Tessa can fight? So what do you guys think about that? Tell me what you guys think, where that's going. Is it going to be before Tessa gets the title back or a title match, or is it going to be now? What do you guys think? Or is it going to be coming up soon? Let me know. Let me know where you think this is going. We go from that. Gail and Tessa are in the back arguing. Scott D'Amore's back there. Commotion. Gail gets reprimanded for attacking a talent. Tessa mocks her, and Gail is suspended. So now Gail Kim is suspended. So we bought ourselves a little more time. I personally think this is getting over to Slammiversary. We're going to stretch this another, 3 months? That's it. So they can do it. They could probably do it. They can find a way to do it. You suspend Gail for the next set of tapings. That takes you into April. You got one more set of tapings there, and then maybe one more up to Slammiversary. So you can do something. It's a lot of content, but you can do something. Guys, don't forget that Windsor tapings. I made a note here to plug it. Windsor is coming up on March 22nd and 23rd. TV tapings to get you to Rebellion. And United We Stand is going to be on 4-3 from New Jersey. Windsor, and what else we got here? 428 is going to be Rebellion itself in Toronto at the Rebel Complex. And May 3rd and 4th at the ECW Arena. I'm trying to make that one, guys. That is a dream for me to go attend an ECW Arena show, especially for Impact. So I'd love to make it. Anybody going to any of these? Let me know. Let me know. Tell me who's going where. I'm going to Windsor. Hopefully ECW Arena. Tell me if you guys are going too. All right, we go from that, guys. Allie and Rosemary in the back. Rosie is demanding the bunny. Where is she? And Allie keeps saying, no, she's gone. No more bunny. So, more layers. This isn't done. The bunny is not back. Rosie is still without her bunny. So, a couple things still have to do with that one. You know, we still got some stuff to take care of with that storyline. We're on the OVE cam after that. They're waging war on Swan, and Sammy officially challenges for the X Division title this week. Like I said earlier, I think Sammy needs to get that belt. It's time. OVE needs a strong win. Rich has been a good champion, but, man, OVE needs that credibility of that title, man. So, hoping that's it. We'll see. The AC Hit Squad taking on Eddie Edwards and Eli Drake tag match. The AC Hit Squad, Josh Matthews, please. He keeps saying Desi. The word is Daisy. Please say Daisy. I'm begging you. It's the word of our people. My people, my boys, my brown boys here, my Daisy Hit Squad, man. Come on, it's not Desi. There's no Desi Arnaz. There's no Z in this. Where are you getting the Desi? Daisy. Jesus. Please, Scott. Josh. Thank you. I noticed Eli Drake had a new Tron, had a new screen. So for a guy who might be leaving, new screen, I don't know. I think he makes his own, though. Very, very, very solid match. This was a great match for all four guys combined. I think these guys really turned it up on this one. They were all out to prove. The AC Hit Squad, I know, is at a point in their career they really want to prove something. They really need to establish themselves more and more and more because they tend to get overlooked because of, they're shadowed by a lot. But they are in a good spot on the card. And that spot on the card can lead to good things if they write properly for them. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens with the AC Hit Squad. But on this one, Eli at one point throws Eddie Kenny. Kenny uses it, pins Rohit. So it's again that two-way street of like, do I want to be hardcore or not? And it's it works out for him. Maybe we'll get those tag belts like was predicted earlier. We'll see. All right. We go from that, guys, to the main event. This is it's a big one now. Homecoming rematch. This is Brian Cage taking on Johnny Impact. And Cage comes out. He's out there. Actually, no. Johnny's music hits first. I'm sorry. So Johnny hits for, and then Josh even made a reference like, hey, champion gets the call if he wants to come out first. Music hits, and nobody's coming out. It's playing for a little bit. Nobody's coming out. And then you see Killer Kross walk out carrying Johnny. And it appears that he's attacked him. He's knocked him out. And he puts Johnny in the ring. Security attempts to make the save, but Kross takes all of them out. Puts Johnny in the ring and puts a cinder block by Johnny's head. Basically, he's going to smash the cinder block, kind of like what he did to that bell ringer one time. And Taya runs out, and so she's dragging Brian Cage with her. And she's like, come on, help me. And he's like, I don't care. I don't care. He was straight up like, I don't care if he's getting attacked. It doesn't matter to me. She runs in, throws herself on Johnny, and even Killer Kross has a heart, which I'm surprised. I thought he'd just brain her with that chair, or with cinder block or something. But she stands up to him. Kross swings the chair at Taya, but Cage runs in, has a change of heart, and he saves her. And so he takes out Kross. She's there like kind of celebrating, settling in, and out of nowhere, Taya hits Cage in the balls, and then Johnny kips up after being like unconscious, and boom, and they start attacking Brian Cage, and they place the cinder block in Cage's head, and they smash him with a steel chair. This was the plan all along. Kross working for Johnny. Johnny turning heel. Taya turning heel. What in the hell happened? I didn't see that coming. I thought it was freaking brilliant the way they pulled it off. It was so cool. I mean, it reminded me of such a 90s era like turn, which is great. I didn't know what was happening. Just that when he was knocked out and he kipped up, I was like, holy shit. This is cool because it reminded me of stuff I grew up on. So I thought that was great. Kross aligned with a heel Johnny. I don't know where that's going to go. I have a feeling that Kross is doing one of those things where he's keep your friends close but your enemies closer. I think that's what it is. So he's going to do what he's got to do to make it as easy as he can for himself. I think that's what it's leading up to. So, brilliant finish, though. I think it was very well executed, and Johnny's finally a heel, which he needed to be this whole time. I really think he wasn't connecting as a babyface. I think, if anything, Kross does, but he obviously is a heel, so he can't do it. But that was it, guys. That's a very consolidated version. It's a half hour. Man, that's a 30-minute version. I just did the show in 30 minutes. No Kyle. That's what happens. I got no co-host. How about I stretch this out just a little bit more? Man, I feel like I'm not giving you guys enough, but maybe 30 minutes is 30 minutes. It's good. It gets to show up, and you guys can listen to it before this week's Impact. I didn't skip anything, though, right? If I missed anything, let me know, guys. I don't think I did. I'm looking at my notes. I covered everything. Coming out of it, though, let me talk about a few things coming out. I still feel that the title shift is going to be Brian Cage taking it off of Johnny. I still feel that. I still truly feel like, even though Cage got screwed again, it's going to be him to take it off of Johnny. But then we're off to the races because then Kross is going to take it off of Cage. That's my long-term fantasy booking. I just feel like it's capitalizing on two guys who are like known as your guys right now, who are your Impact guys. They're mainstays. They're top guys. You have to reward them and use them as the hood ornament of the company. So we'll see. I think Brian Cage is a great option to do right before the summertime because he's a good-looking guy, great body. It's you throw a bunch of pictures of him. I mean, pictures of him, having no shirt on, looking like $1 million right before the summertime. Inspire some fans, get people's eyes. You can do that, I'm sure. So things like that. I think Brian Cage is definitely inevitable first, and then Kross off of him. So most of my predictions on this one. Tag belts, I think LAX are going to get those back. That's I think it's good for LAX, and it's good for LAX to then put over another team. They say Hit Squad, maybe. X Division, I think it's going to go to Sami Callihan for sure. And the women's title, I think right now it's going to stay still until maybe down the line. Maybe Slammiversary. Maybe we'll get to Slammiversary and it'll shift. But great things. There's so many stories coming out of Impact, man. That's not even. I mean, there's so many that didn't even get told. But what a bunch of stories that come out of Impact. I mean, it's like there's so much going on in this company. It's like, how do you not watch? They had great numbers again on Twitch. I was happy seeing that because they had their record-setting day 2 weeks ago. Then they hit a huge drop last week. And then this week they're right back up. So I'm really proud of them. That was really cool bounce back. I was maybe thinking something was going on last week. I don't know. But we're back on track, so that's a good thing. But yeah, guys, that's about it. That's the March 15th episode of Impact Wrestling and from Samstown, Las Vegas. And like I said, I'm going up to Windsor this weekend for those tapings. If anybody's going to be there, man, come hit me on the back and say, what's up? I'm so-and-so, and I'll listen to the show. Tell me, man. I mean, I'd love to meet you guys. So please be in touch on those things. Let me get the plugs out of the way. You can find this podcast wherever podcasts are found. Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, and Spotify, along with YouTube on the Impact Lounge YouTube channel and cross-posted on Total Nonstop Impact's YouTube channel. So go ahead and rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell your mother, tell your coworker, tell somebody about the show. We do a great job here. I think so. I think you guys have shown us that. The amount of plays and ratings have been amazing. You guys are incredible for what you've done for us. Hopefully this one isn't too late, and this can get some good numbers too. But you can find this podcast on social media at We Talk Impact on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Just go to the search bar, type in We Talk Impact, comes right up. Please follow us on all social media, interact with us. Please get a hold of us on there. We would love to connect with you guys. One more favor, guys, real quick. On iTunes, could you guys, if you have an iTunes account, could you please go in and rate the show real quick? Just go to it takes 2 seconds to hit 5 stars. So search for Total Nonstop Impact on iTunes. go in there, hit the 5-star thing. It would mean a lot to us. We're trying to get seen more and more on iTunes. It's growing, but I like to grow it more. So please, definitely get in there. It takes 2 seconds if you got an iPhone right now. Right now. Do it right now. Oh, wait. Thank you very much. See, there you go. Easy, right? So, yeah, please connect with us on social media. You can find me, my social media, at Vanilla Joke on Instagram and Twitter. Connect with me there, guys. Let me know how I'm doing. You can find my band Hemi, who is the opening song of this this podcast. It's called Revengeance. That's the name of the song. Hemi is located at hemimusic.com, HEMIMUSIC.com. Check out some metal. I have another band called Toxic Rocket that I do some stuff with. Take a look at Toxic Rocket on Facebook. Check us out. It's more of a punk band. I also do the Backstage Boys podcast with Basil. I know some of you have heat with Basil, but we do a independent wrestling podcast talking about the production and values and what goes into making the show happen. That is at the BSB Show on all social media. So connect with me, guys. I'm always around. I'm a big replier. As you see, I reply from my personal YouTube account on a lot of the YouTube comments on the Impact Lounge. So please, definitely get a hold of me on all those social medias, man. Vanilla Joke is my personal. Hemi Music is my band on all social medias too. Follow everything. Please support one another. I'll follow you back. Let's have a good time here. And remember the show, We Talk Impact. Type that in any search, it'll come right up. But that's going to do it for me, guys. It's a late night. We're going to get this episode out. Thank you all for listening. I appreciate it. Let's watch Impact on Friday. I'm going to be in Windsor. I won't get to see it on Friday, but I'll watch it when I get back over the weekend, and we'll get caught up and get a recording down much earlier. Promise Kyle will be there too, and I will have more details for you guys on the Twitch and one night only special reviews. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you very much. If I forgot to plug something, God damn it, let me know if I forgot it. Thanks, guys. Talk to you next week. Bye.